Good morning to a beautiful autumn day. This morning, Jack Frost and I are hanging out looking at the fall leaves. I just finished my morning candles, setting my intentions, and having a little coffee with my tarot draw. And I have no plans today, so I don't need to go to work, and I figured today would be the perfect day to try something that I've never done before. Vlog. I figured I would take you along, stop at the store to pick up a new plant. We're going to go out into one of my favorite woodland areas. And then tonight, I'm going to do a little shadow moon divination. So hopefully you wouldn't mind coming along with me and seeing how this vlogging goes for me. So we're right in the middle of October, and as you can see, everything here is beautiful with the transition. We have lots of green still, but yellows and orange and browns. Let's go down the most steep stairs I have ever gone down that have no hand railing, and I'm always scared I'm gonna fall down them. Sometimes, on a very busy day, I like to just come here and stand right here on this bridge, looking at the trees, looking at the water, and envisioning the water flowing underneath me and behind me. And on a very stressful day, I can come here and just let go of whatever tension that I've had from the day and just let it go down in that water under the bridge and be neutralized and cleansed by the water, allowing me then to go home a little more grounded, and therefore I can just be with my family, and I don't need to carry the drama of the day. Of course, the issues are still there, but I don't need to carry the stagnant energy into my home. And this beautiful little place is right here in the middle of town, so I can come here and spend just 5 minutes. The leaves and the trees are singing. It feels amazing. So this little pocket of woods is where an old mill back in the late 1800s used to stand. And today it is a small forest preserve that I believe was created in the mid-1930s. I'm not quite sure on my dates there. But this beautiful pocket is one of my favorite little spots. So just over there is a gigantic shopping mall, but luckily bald eagles nest in this area, and so it is protected. And because there are also houses behind me, this little area will always be here for the community, and luckily this area will always have itself. So, growing up, the word witch was never used in my family. And I never made the connection of me being a witch with the traditions of my family. I never merged those together until probably 5 years ago. And I'm not quite sure why I separated them. But when I started having epiphanies of, oh wait a minute, all over the place, I brought them together, and I have to say that is about the peak of when my ancestral work began, and really bringing them into my craft and feeling like that connection solidified. It's hard to explain, but suddenly everything started making more sense and things came easier to me. And there was a struggle for a long time for me in my practice of trying to figure out what all these things meant for me. And I have a feeling that a lot of people have these moments of how do we connect with the past and how we're feeling now, and how do we bring that into our future. And I think when I when I ponder what being a witch means, all of that ties into it. My family did a lot of spellcraft. A finch is coming to say hi. My family did a lot of spellcraft without calling it spellcraft. And from listening to other people sharing on their channels, there seems to be a common theme. And it makes me wonder into why, and I think it's pretty easy to understand with a lot of the panics and a lot of just the fear-based hatred, misunderstandings, and things. I feel that we're coming into a place, at least in the United States, of course, that's my experience. I think that we're coming to a place of better connection and understanding of these things, more acceptance. For me personally, healing like generational trauma and various kinds of shame that was wrapped around just being who you are has been a lot of work for the last decade of my life. And I'm coming to a place now where I feel more and more comfortable to just be me and who I am, and letting that just flow into every part of my life. The way I cook for my family, the way I interact with friends, people who I've decided aren't truly friends, and welcoming new friends in. And that's also played into my witchcraft. It keeps pulling me into the realization of what being a witch means for me personally. And connection with the balance, the seasons, the moon cycles, my emotions, the flow of my family and how we interact. All of these things play into the way that I weave my magic in my life, my reactability to certain things in my life, and all of these things play into my magic in a really beautiful way where I'm not second guessing myself as much. I'm allowing myself to embrace my magic in a way that is just simple and natural for me. I think being a witch is an element of going through the process of discovering who you are while also being a magic practitioner, working with herbs, working with the seasons, working with the moon cycles, and how that adopts in your life into the communities that you share it into. And I think communities can look like a million different things. It can look like volunteer work at the town you live in, or it can be just for your family, or just you and your cat, or you and your friends, or you and your chosen family. So that's little ramblings, random thoughts. I'm loving that I'm surrounded by finches. I don't know if they're behind me, but I can hear them. There's finches and chickadees and robins. It's just a sweet little moment. And my wife taking pictures of me in the distance. So last week, I posted a video about shadow moon water, which is collected at high noon on the day of the shadow moon. And I made it, and then I waited until just before the next shadow moon. I just thought it was kind of appropriate. But I thought I would share why I do not collect it during late autumn. It is mainly because the earth needs that water more than I do. And shadow water was water that is of the balance. It is equal balance, the zenith of the sun and the shadow of the moon. So you have the abundance of the sun with the mystery of the moon, things that we need to go internal to understand, while the sun is going to help illuminate that. And so these things are used all around my home. They're used during my moon rituals. Generally, most of my monthly waters, I will make sure I use it throughout that month. However, shadow water, I tend to use season to season. My most favorite tree here. I love the moss right in here. Every time I come here, it's beautifully different. I love in the summertime, there's spider webs on it. One of my favorite things is in autumn how moths will begin to cover and take over all the trees. It's really quite beautiful. As things are becoming tired after our long and dry summer that we had here in the state. And with this right now, there is this feeling of stillness, of calm, as if just before we fall asleep, how we linger awake and we know that a deep, nice sleep is coming. So my local hardware store is a little low on their plant selection. Right now this is my best place to get plants. Unfortunately, where I live, only half of the year can we buy plants. The other half, they start becoming less and less available, and then when winter comes, no one sells plants really, because the moment you step outside the store, they are going to suffer in the cold. And so far, I don't know if there are winter coats for plants, or else I'd have one. Lots of succulents, lots and lots of cacti is what I'm seeing here. Welcome home, and the sun has now decided to come out in all of its glory, and my plants are loving it. It's quite beautiful. I bought my plant today and I brought it home, and I was so excited to get my fingers in the dirt that I completely forgot to record it. I will get better. It just takes practice. So what happened was someone gifted me a succulent and I didn't think about inspecting it. I was just happy to receive a plant. We exchanged plants. I gave her a monstera, and then the next morning I realized that the succulent that I received was infested with gnats. So life and its little challenges. I just felt really bad that these plants that I've had for quite a long time died, and it was really emotional. So yeah, so the only plant that I was able to replace today was my string of pearls. Let me grab it. So we're starting over, and I think that she is going to be liking it because she's already perking up and reaching up. So looks pretty good. Let me put this down here. Jack, do not eat my plant. What you got? Yeah? You're trying to nuzzle the camera and I keep moving it away? What? Oh. What? Yeah. No, you're gonna hurt the plant. You're just a sweetie pie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he headbutting the camera. He's a goofy guy. You're just a goofy guy. You're just a goofy guy. What you got, huh? You're hooked on the carpet. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's a kitty. Oh, it's a kitty. My sweet good friend. This is my resin bowl, and the stones, it's just a collection of stones from almost every state that I have lived in and some that I've just spent a lot of time in. Tonight I am using Seduction Resin by Soul Niche, their own particular sandalwood blend. So while Jack is 9 years old behind me, I just wanted to assure everybody this is his normal behavior. Every morning and every night he gets the zoomies. So this is not because of the incense, it's not having a reaction. This is him normal. This is why we call him Jack Attack or Jack Frost. He got the name Jack Frost because he goes from being really playful and spunky to being really chill and laid back. He is a great cat. I really like to ground by using oils. I can just breathe in that smell and it just brings me right back to the present. And they just prepare me to open my journal and write down whatever it is that I feel that I interpreted and foresaw that will help me in understanding myself and things happening around me. So I guess I'd share one of my favorite oils right now that I get on Etsy, which is Madame Moth Parlour. Tonight I'm using Harvest Moon on my candle and then Hallowed on me. And so it's been a chill day on my day off, and I just got to enjoy the whole day. Doing my favorite things, spending time with my family, going to nature, cooking food. So I'm not sure how to end a vlog because I've never made one. I guess I can share like the book I'm reading right now. I just got it. It's called The Witch's Compass by Ian Chambers. I might do a book review on it next month when I'm done reading it. I'm not sure, but I'm really interested in it. I had a friend online suggest it, so hopefully you enjoyed spending the day with me, sort of, as I forgot to record lots of things, but it was fun. It was fun recording it, and I felt kind of like I was being sneaky when I was recording in the plant store. I think I'll probably do more of these. They were really fun to do and just kind of going with the flow of the days. So hopefully you're having a good day or night wherever you are, and happy witching. I get up off this rock gracefully? It's not gonna happen. What, Bean? There are so many finches that keep coming around. It's amazing.